Fucking weebers. So this is what it's come to. Sonic in the Dragon World. Just a totally logical thing because of all the different artists that have drawn Sonic in the super form throwing a Kamehameha, or Sonic with Goku, or how similar Super Saiyan is to Super Sonic. This is what it's come to. Sonic in the Dragon World. Doing what several of you on the channel has commented over the time of me doing the what ifs. Why though? There's really no logical place to put something like that. And I've proven Star Fox could exist because it's a large space, and you could argue that Mobius is a planet, which I'll get to that in this video, unfortunately. And then I put Skullomania in there because he's a fighting game character, and the thought about Goku wanting to fight several different people from all over the world is... I mean, it at least makes sense, but Sonic in the Dragon World. Until racking my brain about this, I didn't think there was a single way it could work. But here it is. Damn it. Sonic and Dragon Ball goes together about as well as peanut butter and fish, and now I want to try that! Fuck it. Fuck it. Good fucking night. Go away. I guess. Do you? You think so? I guess, but... Do you? No. If you're really gonna sell me on this crap, I need to know straight up. Wow. Okay. Alright. Thanks, Schmidt. Well, if Schmidt's right, and you all believe I can put a good story together, here goes. This is what if Robotnik joined the Red Ribbon Army. So, where does this begin? Honestly, as far as the Sonic timeline, after Sonic Generations. At the end of Sonic Generations, both Robotniks were wandering through just a white nothingness, where the present, past, and future had all collided. That was a realm of nothing. Absolutely nothing. As we know, though, Sonic Forces was a thing. Therefore, the Doctors had to have some way to get out. So, did they just fade to their time period? what a lot of people like to believe. However, for the sake of this story, I'd like to propose a method that they may have used in order to get out of that dimension. Eventually, the doctors would be walking, talking to each other to keep each other sane. After all, they know each other's best interests and how much they hate a certain blue hedgehog. And they keep walking until they end up finding a red door inside a structure with two large hourglasses on either side with a white marble tile along the floor. That's right. The way that this story opens is from within the hyperbolic time chamber. When they get to the lookout, they are met by Mr. Popo, who honestly does not like the attitude of these two humans. Not to mention, there's no proof of them actually passing Corrin's tests, so off the lookout they go. Naturally, though, I think modern Eggman keeps a jetpack on him. He's able to save his past self from the fall. Not a problem. They decide to fly around until they can try to get a signal to Orbot, which, unfortunately for them, doesn't really... Yeah, that doesn't happen. They're in a completely different world. Eventually, though, they do travel along this Earth, it seemed to be, as opposed to Planet Mobius, where apparently humans are the main people here. No Mobians, no animals that are anthropomorphic. All humans. So they can fit in this environment. Soon enough, while traveling one of the cities, they come across a poster, and they're kind of in need of a job here. Join the Red Ribbon Army.
A common military? Why, with our genius, we'll be able to take that on. Are you sure about that? I've never done anything besides leading a robot army. Well, then it's a good thing for you. I have, and you're me. All we have to do is impress them with our scientific minds. Get into the organization, and we'll use their technology to find a way to our own homes.
Getting up there and being part of the Red Ribbon Army? That's not hard for Robotnik. However, with the brilliant doctor's intelligence, it's kind of... well, it's an easy road up, and they do get noticed by a certain doctor that is a strong part of the Dragon Ball canon, Dr. Gero. With Gero's android experiments, mixing together with Robotnik's robot armies, not only is the Red Ribbon Army a lot more dangerous, but they're able to produce much more capable soldiers. Before the Red Ribbon Army saga really kicks off, we're talking about soldiers becoming androids, or rather cyborgs. There would be more cyborgs and robots than humans in the Red Ribbon Army. Most of the humans would end up being scientists. After perfecting some portal technology from the Red Ribbon Army's own stash of materials, both Robotniks would actually go to their respective times. Robotnik would be sending back a whole bunch of badniks, and Eggman would be getting a few things from Orbot put into dino caps in order to expand the armada of the Red Ribbon Army. We're talking one hell of a force. Bigger than anything Dragon Ball has seen yet. Puts Frieza's forces from Resurrection F to shame, let me tell you. As far as numbers, I mean, they're still human, for the most part. And before anybody says anything about, well, this is Dragon Ball and we're making androids out of these people, wouldn't these androids be really powerful and Goku wouldn't stand a chance? I got something for that. Since these are being mass-produced, perfections are few and far between. Naturally, these cyborgs would have a relatively low power level as far as what we're used to, but they would end up being more of a challenge than the humans that try to attack Goku. After all, Goku can withstand bullets, but not lasers. And so Eggman uses 3 dino caps in particular. 1 for a robot generator, 2 for a robot constructor, and 3 to bring the egg carrier through to this world. Once they're all brought through, Dr. Iva Robotnik and the Red Ribbon Army, well, the Red Ribbon Army succumbs to Robotnik. We are talking about the evil genius, Dr. Ivo Robotnik, who has constantly played people into his hands with his silver tongue and all of his genius experiments whenever he goes up against Sonic. He, sure, is beaten by Sonic very often, but it's not because of a lack of intelligence. He can bend people to his will effortlessly. Plus, I'm sure there was a protocol to turn all cyborgs towards him and turn their guns towards anybody who opposes them. All the while, I could see the Red Ribbon Army injecting troops into Mobius, causing some sort of distress as far as Sonic's world. That would indeed be a rough thing, but I still feel like the Mobians would be okay. Like I said, these cyborgs are relatively low as far as the power level scale we're used to, so when it comes down to it, bullets could probably hurt them. That game would consist of Sonic and friends, Shadow, Rouge, Tails, Knuckles, whoever is willing to fight, as far as Sonic Forces is concerned, to be fighting off the Red Ribbon Army alongside the G.U.N. in order to figure out how the hell they're supposed to deal with this. Where are these troops coming from? What is this Red Ribbon Army? And where the heck is Eggman? It wouldn't be until far later until Sonic and Tails are able to discover the portal at Eggman's base, where all these troops are coming from. Tails, being the genius he is, can route through and tell the G.U.N. what's going on. After some debating, the G.U.N. accept that maybe Sonic and Tails will be enough, but just to be sure that the G.U.N. can get some intelligence in from these things, they're going to send Shadow and Rouge along as well. And so with that, this part comes to a close. I understand this video is relatively short, but honestly I have a few things to say as far as these crossovers. For one thing, big thanks to Oceana Mapping for sending me the link so that I can watch the original Dragon Ball! The entire series is right there! Oh my god, thank you so much! As of this video, I've gotten up to episode 13, which is what... Hang on. Actually, I've gotten up to episode 20. I watched a few episodes before starting this recording. Therein, though, lies the issue about this video being so short. I haven't watched through to the Red Ribbon Saga yet. So, it will continue if you guys want it to, but I want to be sure I'm well versed before I continue along this path. Last thing, though, I realize how popular these crossovers are, but I want to know that everybody wants to see this, and considering I'm not as big as, say, Tyler, I'm not going to ask for the 1,000. So, let's get 100 to 150 likes before I do another part of all this. I don't want the crossovers to just be restricted to January. If, let's say, I'm struggling with a script, I'll probably throw a crossover in there, depending on what you guys like. So be sure to check out Skullomania and Star Fox as well. Keep in mind, Skullomania's got 2 parts. And if you like it, drop a like and let me know that you want the next part of that story. This script was extremely hard to wrap my mind around. I had to go through the Sonic canon, I had to go through the Dragon Ball canon, and see what possible connection other than Super Saiyan there was in order to just make a story that was coherent. I didn't want it to be another, oh my gosh, another nerd on the internet is doing Sonic fanfiction. As far as the next part's concerned, those likes would be the encouragement I'd need in order to go through this because, like I said, this script was a slog, okay? This was really hard to write. And as for the next part, I want to see a bunch of great comments down below about what you think would happen coherently to continue the story. I don't want this to just be another Sonic fanfiction full of cringe. I want this to be a legitimate story that could very well branch 2 of my favorite franchises. A sort of facsimile, if you will. And so, for more what-ifs in the realm of video gaming and Dragon Ball alike, such as if well, the other 2 crossovers that I've done for January so far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao. I can only imagine what my next video game is going to be. And I might have to have another one made.